Nutrition powered greens. I got what you need if you want it.
Cause I'm a pimp girl.
If you want it.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of What's for Dinner here in Chanel's kitchen. Today I'm going to show y'all how I made this delicious, creamy, super seasoned red beans and rice, y'all. I love me some red beans and rice. This is a classic, honey. So let's just hop right into the video. The first thing I'm doing here is just cutting the stems off of my bell peppers, and I'm also removing the seeds. I went ahead and rinsed out the inside of the bell peppers to make sure all the seeds were gone. And I just roughly chopped this because I'm putting all these vegetables in a blender because I ain't have time to be trying to sit there and dice stuff up. So it's all going in a blender. So you're going to need a green bell pepper, a red bell pepper. You can use the yellow one. It doesn't matter. You just need 2 bell peppers and then half of an onion that I'm just going to cut into about 4 sections. And then you'll also need 3, what you call them? Little things of celery. 3 stalks. There you go. 3 stalks of celery. And we're going to cut those up as well. So as you can see, I added all of my vegetables to a blender, and I'm going to blitz these until it's a nice, like, chunky paste. So about halfway through my blending process, I went on ahead and added in about 10 cloves of garlic, and I'm going to just blend those all together. I didn't want those to get chopped up too fine, so I added them after everything was already mostly blended. So the next thing I'm doing here, I just preheated my skillet, and now I'm adding in all of my sausage. We're going to brown our sausage in this cast iron skillet and make sure it gets all brown on both sides. I used about 8 smoked andouille sausages for this. I really could have got away with using 6, but I like every single bite to be filled with sausage, so that's what I did. So while my little sausages are cooking on both sides and getting all nice and burnt and crisp, I'm going to go ahead and start on my beans. You want to make sure you soak your beans 24 hours in advance. And here I just have a separate pot that I'm going to cook my beans in, and then I'm adding some water. I don't know the exact measurement of water I used. I just made sure that it was a good amount and that all the beans were covered. And now I'm just adding some better than bouillon, chicken bouillon paste stuff. This stuff is super good. We're not going to do the most with our seasonings just yet, but I am going to add in my non-salt seasonings, including 2 bay leaves, some pepper, a little bit of cayenne for that nice Cajun spice, some garlic powder, of course, and also I went in with some onion powder. And I also added in a bunch of oregano, at least a tablespoon of oregano. And to be honest with you, I don't know what this seasoning is. I think it might have been paprika or chili powder maybe. I don't know. But whatever it was, it didn't have no salt in it. So you just want to make sure you mix all of that up. And the reason why you don't want to add your salty seasonings before is because your beans are not going to like soften up and get all creamy like you want them to. So you want to add that last after all the cooking is mostly done. And while you're waiting on your beans to come to a boil, you just want to check on your sausage. As you can see, they're browning up pretty nicely. So you just want to move them around, make sure they're browning on both sides. You want them to be just a little bit burnt. You know, the burnt-er the better, if you ask me. And once you are confident in the browning on your sausages, you can go ahead and add in our vegetable mixture that we mixed in the blender. Just add it all. You want to cook all of the water out of this because since we blended it, it's a lot of water in there. So you just want to make sure that all of that is cooked out completely. That's how you know everything is nicely softened and everything like that. And all that water from the vegetables is really going to like pick up all that crustiness from the sausages and basically deglaze the pan for us so we can take all that flavor with us when we transfer it over to the next pot with the beans. So as you can see, all of our water has pretty much cooked out and all the crustiness from the bottom has seeped into the vegetables and they're soft and ready to be transferred into our red beans. So our red beans have come to a boil and we can go ahead and add in our sausage and vegetable mixture. It's so much flavor in this pan, y'all. Ooh, I can smell it through the screen. I'm just ready to lick the screen up. Lick it all up. But yeah, we can go ahead and add it in, give it a nice mix, and we're going to leave this alone for about 30 minutes to an hour. And once our beans have come to a rolling simmer, we're just going to put our lid partially over the top of our pan. You want to let just a little bit of that steam get out. So this is what we're looking like about halfway through cook time. I went ahead and added in some tarragon. That's that green stuff right there for some extra flavor. And I'm just going to let this simmer on low heat for about another hour. All right, y'all, here are my red beans so far. They're just about ready. I'm going to let them cook with the lid removed for about another 30 minutes. And hopefully they'll be nice and creamy. They're already pretty creamy, but I just want to make sure they extra creamy, honey. I like them thick. So, yeah, we're going to let these cook for a little bit longer on a low heat. And we'll come back and see how they looking. All right, y'all, it's been about 2 hours, and now it's time to add in our Creole seasoning with the salt in it. It's okay to add a little bit of sodium now. As you can see, they're nice and creamy. So I added about 2 teaspoons of Creole seasoning, and I also went in with some salt. And I'm just giving everything a nice final mix. I'm tasting it a little bit to see if I need to add anything. These came out so perfect. I ain't need to add nothing by the end of this. My red beans were nice and seasoned and perfectly creamy like I like them. Not too chunky from the vegetables, and it was just perfect. So let's go ahead and plate it, y'all. So I'm just taking some rice. I put it in a little bowl, and I just transferred it to this cute little other bowl to plate. And I'm just adding my red beans over top of my rice. I tried to plate this super nicely as always, and I'm just ladling my red beans and my sausages and all that good stuff over top of my rice, making sure it's nice and cute. Da 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 da. As you can see, it's cute, and of course, you know I gotta top it with a little bit of food grass. I just topped this with some parsley and green onions, and here you have it. Red beans and rice here in Chanel's kitchen. It looks so good, and it tasted so good. It was perfectly spicy. It had a little kick to it. Ooh, this was so, so good. If you like your red beans and rice to be really creamy, I promise you, baby, this is the recipe for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all like this video so much. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on social media, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace. Love y'all. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. So good. So good. I got you.